First of all, the polling metrics are so out of whack in the first place. You have to have a landline, you have to be a Democrat who voted in multiple elections previous to the poll, you have to answer your landline, and you have to be someone who answers their landline from a random out-of-state number in a good enough mood to have a full conversation. I don't know if y'all have ever tried calling strangers. It is not hard. I mean, it is not easy to get people. It is very difficult to get people to pick up a landline from a random number. So these polls are not showing the kind of energy on the ground and the amount of people that are actually out here and passionate about not only this candidate, but also the movement that he stands for. Saw people were organizing resources to get people out here to address that, and I was like, hey, random Twitter stranger, I heard you might be able to book me a hotel room, and they're like, yeah, I got you, come through on this date to this date. So hopped in a car full of strangers and drove across the country, which I would not do for any other campaign. Like, any of my second or third choices, yeah, I'll vote for them if Yang doesn't get there, but I would not hop in a car full of other people's supporters and drive somewhere I don't know. But for Yang, I got out here, man. It's all about data science. Got to keep the math. Trust those people. The numbers don't lie. What was the question?
It doesn't matter. You did a wonderful job. I was with you yesterday canvassing, and you're pretty remarkable. So can you give a spiel of like knock, knock, knock?
Okay.
Tell me, please.
Yeah. Okay, so you knock on the door and you say, hi, I'm looking for Mr. Branson. Awesome. My name is Sam. I'm here volunteering on my own dime and my own time, trying to collect data and spread information before the upcoming caucus. You have just a quick moment or two to talk about the election? Awesome. Thanks. My first question is, what issues are most important to you this cycle? Oh, yeah, that's really big. Okay, I can relate to that because I also work in healthcare, and I think that's important for people to be able to get the care that they need, because it's like a human right to not be sick all the time. Next question, who is in your top 3 right now? From there is the first time I disclose that I'm with a specific campaign. They can see the buttons, they can see the brochures I usually have in my pocket, but if you just ask them about the election and about the issues, they don't feel like you're attacking them or you're trying to convince them of anything. And we're not there to push on people, you know? We're here to present literature and give information, because most of these doors we're knocking on are very low information voters. If you are struggling in this terrible economy, you don't have time to keep up with all 12 candidates that are still in the race. There's a lot of issues, and it's hard to stay informed when you're stressed about what bills you're gonna pay and when you're gonna pick up your kids and what you're gonna do about never finishing college and this and that. So just getting out here and providing information. And for most people, even if they're like a little bit confrontational and they don't really buy into the movement at first, if you just get them to commit to watching 1 video, 2 videos, they will commit themselves to the movement. And yeah, that's pretty much my overall strategy.
So tell me about your path for your study, getting degree, getting certified.
Oh, my path for study. Okay. Yeah, I suffer from a mental illness and a learning disorder. So I dropped out of school 3 times, went back 4. Just this last semester, finished all my classes. I'm about to take a state exam and be licensed to practice addiction counseling. So if you're struggling with school, you can do it. My best advice is part-time. Part-time is much more manageable, and it might take longer, but trust me, it is worth not stressing out all day, every day.
Wonderful. Anything you want to add on, please?
If you got some free time and a little bit of energy, you should come out here to Iowa, or maybe go out to one of the other early states. And if you can't make it out there, just try to volunteer an hour for where you're at. You know, if you're following this movement, then you understand how important it is, and you understand how poorly it's being represented in the media, because lots of people love these ideas but aren't out and about talking about it all the time, because it's kind of obnoxious to spew politics 24/7. So if you can just go make some phone calls, knock on some doors, hang up a flyer, hand out some pamphlets, then I think we can really get this movement to where it needs to be.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.